Corey, he'll be limited today, and then JFM will be limited also with a hip. Otherwise, everything else is the same. And then today we're representing Dino Gar. He's the coach of the week. He's at obviously Garnett football, Rye High School. His team's in the semis tonight. They're 10-1. He's been there for 40 years, graduated from there. So Jets are rooting you on, brother.
Robert, with Corey, what happened? The other day just came up.
Yeah, he's that time of year. There was just got into the wrong spot, stretching out for a ball. Had a little tweak, but he's all indications are that he's good, and so we'll limit him today and just get him to Sunday, and he'll be ready to roll.
What are these? You said JFM is limited?
Yeah, so he's just been dealing with a hip. Kind of flared up a little bit yesterday, but he should be good to go too. But so.
What have you seen from Zach the last couple of days?
Just trying to reacquaint himself into the offense. He's working. He's seeing a bunch of different receivers running at a different tempo than when he left too. Everyone's gotten a little bit better around him, and so just him reacquainting himself with the offense and his teammates. And but it's been a good week of preparation.
What are the signs that you want to see in the game that will show you and Mike that he has taken maybe some things from watching? And are there any specific things that you can?
No, there's the. Even leading up to his injury, he was making the right reads, going where the ball needed to go. Obviously, for him, the speed at which he gets the ball to those people, to his reads, so processing a little bit faster, playing the game faster with his mind, and then just being very, very cognizant of his footwork to make sure that he's got his feet in the ground and making all the throws that he needs to make, whether it's 5 yards down the field or 20 yards down the field. So just continue to work on those aspects of his game, and the more reps he gets, the better he'll be.
In a weird way, is this almost like, he's a rookie still, Zach, obviously. We're still in his rookie season here. But he played 6 games, missed a month, and now he's come back and the offense has progressed and kind of changing, like you said, the tempo of the receivers. Is this almost like he's taken like the next step, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, no, it's like it's a chance.
Quote unquote.
Almost, but because you'd love for OTAs and training camp, but no, I know exactly where you're getting at, and it's a good question and it's a good thought. But for him to be able to step away, digest, and watch, like I've said a million times, in terms of seeing the offense through another lens of a teammate. So for him, whatever he's learned, just apply it. But at the same time, he still has to play his game. There's still a style that he's different than Mike. He's different than Joe. He's different than Josh. But they're all very good in their own special way. But how can he take what he learned from a quarterback position and apply it to his skill set? So, and now it's just a matter of, he's got to go do it and try it out, and not necessarily try some new things on game day, but try it out in practice and keep finding ways to get better and find out what works for him. And you trust. I mean, he's such a smart young man, and he works so hard that he's going to figure this out. He's a young man that's getting reps. So,
with Quincy Williams, he seems to be very good with everything in front of him, stopping the run, blitzing, special teams coverage. But sometimes things get back of him in terms of diagnosing against the pass or misdirection. So how can he improve in those areas? That's
reps. One of his superpowers is speed. He's one of the faster linebackers in football if you just look at his GPS numbers. So he has the luxury of taking a step before triggering, because whatever he lost at the snap, he can regain because he's so fast and long. And it's just learning to be a little bit more patient in his read and just be sure he knows, and when he knows, trigger like he does. But you also don't want to make him a robot and slow him down. So there is a fine line there. He's getting a lot of reps. He's gotten a lot better since the first day he arrived here. And it's just a matter of just continue to stack up good days, continue to put him in different positions, continue to give him the same things to do over and over again, and trust that as he sees more things, he'll continually get better. So,
Robert, I'm sure Houston looks at you as a very winnable game, and you probably look at the same their way. After the Miami game, you were obviously annoyed at the self-inflicted stuff. How do you how do you get rid of that? What's the process there? I know you're gonna say reps and stuff like that.
You
How
already
much was
know.
that particularly drilled in this week?
Yeah,
Was it maybe drilled in more this week?
No, you try to educate. I mean, you saw it yesterday. I mean, you saw it in the Dallas and Vegas game, two playoff teams that just kept shooting themselves in the foot. You saw it in the Bears-Lions game of just ways to lose games. Didn't really catch much of the Buffalo game. I was passed out by then, but you have to learn how not to lose games, and a lot of times it's because, one, you're either trying to make a play that you don't need to make, you just need to do your job. Two, you get caught up in the moment and the moment gets too big for you. Or three, you're just a young kid who needs time, who needs to be able to be exposed to those situations. So, you educate as much as you can. Matt Burke did a great job this morning, just showing the different situations that happened over the course of the last week and over the course of yesterday, of situations that teams beat themselves in. And then you obviously out in practice, when you trust your preparation and you trust doing your job over and over and over again, you trust that you can execute it come game day. You don't have to make stuff up because you've already done it. So again, it's teaching, it's keeping your foot on the pedal with regards to trusting your preparation, and then coaches trusting that you don't have to make stuff up as a coach either. Just keep the standard, understand the standard, and execute the standard.
So he showed the guys today, you used some of the other games like you referred to illustrate some of the things.
Yeah, every Friday, Matt Burke gets up there. We call it Around the League, Learning Around the League, and we show things from previous games that are great teachable moments, whether the taunting penalties, making sure that we're continuing to emphasize that stuff. Showing that Detroit game in terms of just situational awareness, both as coaches and players, and how to what do those situations call for, or the Vegas game. There's some stuff in there with Vegas and the Cowboys. So that every game has teachable moments, and I'm sure teams are using our stuff as teachable moments on some of the stuff to do and some things not to do. So it's a great opportunity on Fridays to just kind of, the game plan's in, you're set. All right, let's just digest here and talk about situations and things that teams do to help themselves win. And so we do that every Friday.
Take a couple more. Is Foley, something happened with Foley the other day?
No, it's again simple. Going through the season, a lot of these guys who've been around the league for a long time now. This is about management in terms of trying to get to Sundays while preparing the best you can and getting all the reps that you need. But early bye week, we're going to be almost. It feels like forever, but we got 7 more, including Sunday. So it's just making sure that our guys are healthy for Sunday.
I know you said the other day Mosley is rest, but you guys listed with the shoulders. Is he injured at all? Or?
Yeah, so you have to put something on there. He's not, that'd be the ailment, but but for him, we don't hit in practice, so the shoulder wouldn't limit him. It's just making sure that we're taking care of his lower half.
With Flacco, has he been testing negative? Because you were saying that the possibility of him possibly.
There's been no setbacks for Flacco so far. I'll keep his test results private, but so far he's still on pace.
Just to go back to Quincy Williams real quick, even though he's been in the league a couple of years, would you say he's kind of raw in a sense when it comes to?
Yeah, he's so young guy, right? Played at a smaller school, so you're not exposed to the complexities of what you might see defensively or offensively. So he's raw in that regard. So a lot of it's new, and he basically played nickel in college. A lot of people don't realize that. So he's stacked behind the ball. So there's a learning curve, and he played. Obviously, he had some reps there in Jacksonville, but sometimes it takes a couple years to click. Sometimes it happens immediately. Sometimes it happens in year 3 or 4. So this is year 3 for him, I believe. And a lot of times, I've said it before, year 3 is kind of a trigger point for a lot of these guys, and he's triggering. So.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, guys.
I got my jacket.